Nigeria is not working for everyone. It has not been working and cannot work. So therefore, we are calling on everyone to help us to conduct referendum in Nigeria. Conduct referendum for Nigeria. Nigeria is one of the countries. The country is not working. We are calling on everyone to hear our cry, hear our plea. Conduct referendum in Nigeria. Give us referendum in Nigeria. Give us referendum in Nigeria. What do we want?
Referendum! 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 Nigeria! Yes! Yes! Yes!
What is the terrorist?
Nigerian government enabling terrorists. We say no more to that. We say no more to raping of girls. We say no more to killing and maybe no more to that. Holding the ransom of women, of girls, of our youth, of our leaders. We say no more to you coming onto our property, onto our land, onto our leaders. We say no more. We say we need our rights. We need our now. We need our freedom from Nigeria. We want to live on our own. We have the right to self-determination. Yes, we have the right to stay in our homeland. We have the right to be on our heritage. We have our own ethnic heritage. We cannot have anybody come and find our parents, find our fathers, and our mothers, only to destroy, only to kill, only to maim, only to subjugate us. And we say no more, no more. Referendum. No. Referendum. UN, we say referendum. Edith Luther. And let me share.
Yes.
So we are all here. I want to say welcome again. Those of you who are just joining us, you're of course watching the Million Man March rally in New York, whereby we have a number of people have given speeches. Professor Banjakitoye had given a major speech, and others, Tony Nadi and Jean May, and many people have spoken, all in support of referendum now and disintegration, dismantling of contract in Nigeria. Not too long ago, they just walked past the Nigerian embassy where somebody was taking a picture. So we'll continue to watch now. There's more and more. Continue to follow and support this rally. It's going to go on until the 24th of September. Please, let's do all we can. The more of us in New York that can come out, the better.
And get them to church. They don't act between us. They don't act between us in front of the people that just get back. This is abomination. And imposition. You cannot impose country on the people. Impose country is killing us. Nigeria is killing its people. That is why we are here to alert the whole world to what is going on in Nigeria. Why are we here? Why are we here? Why are we here? We are marching for referendum for our people. Marching for referendum. We are marching for referendum for our people. Referendum. 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 Referendum now. Referendum now. Referendum now. For Nigerian people. Referendum now. For the Nigerian people. Referendum now. Enough of bloodshed. Enough of killings. Enough of genocide. Enough of ethnic cleansing. Enough of ethnic cleansing. Somebody deceived the whole world. He's a pretender. He is a pretender. A master manipulator. He is the one behind the terrorism in Nigeria. He is the one giving them money and negotiating with them. What do we want? What do we want? Where do we want it? Where do we want it? Yes, we want referendum. We are calling for referendum in Nigeria. We want to determine where we want to be. We want to determine where we want to be. We want to determine where we want to be. We want to determine where we want to be. How I want to be governed.
Yes, we tell them. I repeat the we tell them and we want to negotiate the disturbance for the referendum in the name of United Nations. All the world want to be free, making referendum. And today, what do we want?
Referendum.
What do we want?
Referendum.
Where do we want it?
Now.
Where do we want it?
In Nigeria.
Where do we want it?
In Nigeria.
What do we want it?
Now.
Where do we want it?
Now.
Where do we want it?
Referendum.
What do we want?
Now. Referendum. Right now. In Nigeria. Right now.
Wait.
All we are saying, give us referendum. All we are saying, give us referendum.
Say,
In Nigeria,
just
in
referendum,
Nigeria, right
and
now,
all we are saying, Give us referendum. We want a referendum. That is what we want. We will not relent. Yoruba nation now, Biafra nation now, Middle Belt nation now. They will not relent.
The Nigerians want a peaceful renegotiation of our nationhood.
Referendum. Hey, give us referendum. And give us referendum. Come on, sing it now. And all we are saying, give us a referendum. Come on, sing it now. And all we are saying, give us a referendum. Sing it with me. And all we are saying, give us a referendum. Come on, referendum now. We are tired of being killed in our own land. Support this movement. Support Yoruba Nation. Support Biafra Nation. Support Middle Belt or Lower Nigeria, whatever you want to call it. We need to leave contraption Nigeria. Continue to share this broadcast. Thank you. And all we are saying, give us referendum. And all we are saying, give us referendum. Now let's listen into what they're saying. I believe Omaba was talking to someone else.
Marching for the unborn generation, the young ones.
We are not our ancestors. This is the new millennium. Buhari, don't excuse my language. We will fuck you up.
Buhari is a terrorist. Nigerian citizens. The sons are terrorists. Yes, Nigeria is a scam.
Yes. Oh.
When did December?
What you singing now? And all we are saying, give us referendum. And all we are saying, give us referendum. Come on, sing it now.
If you are black and your God is white, like
give us a referendum.
My God is not black.
And all we are
my God is not white. It's not white. Sorry.
Give us
black.
India. Let's listen again.
God do want Indian. Chinese, same thing. Black man, you need to know your enemy.
We are marching to say clear. So please put people of the United States and also on my left hand side with the embassy of Great Britain, with the
Hey, give us referendum.
Referendum.
And all referendum. All we are saying.
We're going to the Times Square, please.
Therefore, you can present your She has a good heart.
Yes.
Heart in it, man said, "Think about machine." Only 3 lines.
Please audit. And this is Nigeria.
Come on, make up.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching.
Please, I'm going to pause now. For now, I'm going to be back in the studio, please.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Yoruba nation now. I said for the Caro. Yoruba nation now. I said
I saw you. They were, I want to one in United Nations.
Was one of PG at the United Nations earlier on. So we were doing a double stream. We were streaming from the United Nations and of course at the main event.
Nigeria.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, you are not representing us. You must never face the press once because of this matter.
Oh, that's it.
Therefore, resign now, or you get impeached. To the Senate now, if Buhari doesn't get impeached, senators, you have to walk out of the house one by one because we voted for you, and we also know the process of getting you withdrawn from the house. We're gonna make the movement to get starting to withdraw the senators from the house. If you cannot impeach Buhari, this is not the type of government we want.
Yes.
These are the leaders of tomorrow. They are being killed, they are being kidnapped, they are being bombed, they are being raped, beheaded. We want the genocide to end now. We refute everything that is happening in Nigeria to absurdity. We put end to Nigeria now. This is the beginning of the end. We are moving to the United Nations.
Yes.
We are talking to the Security Council to bring peacekeeping down to Nigeria. The International Court of Justice should come to Nigeria now because that is their function. And we are requesting as a member of the United Nations to go and put end to everything that is called Nigeria, to fake amalgamation, fake marriage, fraudulent marriage of 1914 by Lord Lugard. Now is the end. It is the end. This is
what do you have to say about the presence of Buhari in the United Nations?
The presence of Buhari in the United Nations is for us to speak to his face because my people back home in Nigeria cannot talk. When you speak up, they proscribe you as a terrorist. They come and arrest you. They come and invade your home the same way they invaded the Igboho's house, killing people, arresting them. And I'm using this opportunity to tell you to release Lady K now. Lady K is not a terrorist. Sunday Igboho is my own God. Sunday Igboho is my own Messiah. He is my own Messiah. He's my leader. I'm standing for him. I'm speaking up for him. Release Igboho now. Release Lady K now.
Oladele.
Release Oladele now. Release Oladele now.
Stop chasing the agitators.
And stop chasing the agitators. And
we are not terrorists.
We are not terrorists. And if you chase one agitator, we have already prepared 40,000 more agitators to stand up. We have no leader, nobody to be arrested. This is not the issue of divide the center. You cannot divide no one. We are going to decentralize this movement. We are impeachable, we are impeachable, we are inarrestable, we are unstoppable. no retreat, no surrender. A luta continua.
Well done.
Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá àti gbogbo Southerners àti sùn ti pẹ́. Wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ colonization wọn ti pẹ́. Ìgbà tí wọ́n wá sí Ìkẹjà cantonment tó ń pa ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó ní pé bomb blast. Wọ́n mọ̀ ṣé ni wọ́n fi dìtò bẹ̀fẹ́ kí àrùn kó má bàa sí ní south. Wọ́n fún jẹ́ gbogbo àrùn wọn lọ sí north. Òun náà ṣe lọ kọ́ gbogbo military zone wọn. Even the air force sí north. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká jí orun tá a sùn ti tó. Bàbá tètè gbára wa wọ́n fẹ́ pa wá run ni ẹ má jọ pa wá run o. Yorùbá nation now. Biafra now. Middle Belt now.
Lower Niger Delta.
Lower Niger Delta now.
God bless you, Mom. What do you have to say to the world about this movement?
It's been awesome. We're fighting a good cause. Give us our nation. We came all the way from Georgia to New York.
You came from Georgia?
Yes.
Wow.
We came from Georgia to ask for our nation. Give us Yoruba nation.
Yoruba
Give
nation.
us Yoruba nation. Now, I support Biafra. I support Igbo nation, Ijaw nation, Yoruba nation, anything but Nigeria.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you want for the youth of the coming nation?
I want us to be able to grow up in a land. I want us to be able to grow up in a land where we can be happy, where we can be not afraid to go outside, where I can go to my parents' land and I can be happy there. I shouldn't be stuck here. I should be able to go there. So I want us.
Are you afraid to go to Nigeria?
Yes, I am. I don't want to get kidnapped. I don't want to get raped. I don't want to have to go on the street and be afraid to go into a pothole. I want us to be able to split and then make our own country, make our own nation correctly, the right way.
Wow. How do you feel about the killing of the children and the raping of the women?
It's insane. It's sad. This is the 21st century. Stuff like that shouldn't be happening. We should be able to talk among each other. We shouldn't be afraid. We shouldn't be afraid to let our children outside because they might get kidnapped. I mean, I see the schools constantly. I see people coming back after getting kidnapped from the schools when they were supposed to just go to school, have a nice day, come back, be able to seek their education. People can't even get jobs because they won't let them. It's insane.
It's insane. Thank you. What message do you have for the United Nations as a citizen of this country and another citizen of Yoruba Nation?
I was born here. I was raised here. And I know that U.S. is supposed to be the country that helps advocate for other people, other countries, constantly seen as people that get up in other countries' business. But when it comes to Nigeria, when it comes to Black people, suddenly we're forgotten. As a UN, United Nations, you're supposed to help other nations of the world. And that's all we're seeking. We just want to break up. There's nothing more. There's nothing less than that. That's all.
Yoruba Nation?
Now.
And what do you want?
Yoruba Nation?
Through what? Referendum. Through what?
Referendum.
Through what?
Referendum.
Thank you, and see you in the Yoruba Nation. Now I'm going to join other people moving down to the United Nations. Yes. You can address the people. We just walk around some miles now.
Okay.
The sun, and we are not tired really, even though we are, but we are not tired of getting our freedom. No. But what we are intending to do now is, because we have schedules for each day, so we are going to have our gathering again in the front of United Nations, because Joe Biden will be addressing the world leaders today.
Yes.
So
what time would that be? What time would that be?
Let me get the information right. So we don't mind whatever the time is. Okay. But what we're going to do is we are going to pass a message down to the United Nations Assembly.
Okay.
That we want sanctions.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Okay.
I'll take a break. Yeah. And I'll join you back.
And well done. Listen, congrats to you all, to TJ and yourself and Arule and others for the work, and the entire team. Joseph, great work. We are truly grateful. We'll talk to you later on. Thank you. That's Yafim Maba doing a fantastic job covering the Million-Man March and working tirelessly for Yoruba Nation. Now let's bring people on the studio in. I've got with me Alaja. She should have spoken earlier on, but We had to interrupt, so I apologize. Let's bring her back in so we can actually have 1 or 2 minutes of discussion, and we'll take turns at it. Alaja, welcome on board, and thank you for being patient through all this. Let's hear from you for a few minutes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Well done, well done, well done, Omoba. Well done. Can you imagine? Look at what they did in our embassy as well.
Yes.
Taking pictures of people and doing what with it?
That's
what they do in Nigeria. That's how they bully us.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you are agitator, they will call you a terrorist. Can you imagine what they are doing to us?
Indeed.
I don't know. How long are we going to go for this? How long are we going to do this for in Nigeria? Outside Nigeria, and they are doing the same thing they are doing in Nigeria, taking pictures of people.
Yeah, same thing.
I mean, yeah. Why?
It's really.
Back to back. Òun lè rí yẹn o. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń wò wá láti àárọ̀, àwọn ìjọba amúnisìn, ìjọba apààyàn, ìjọba mùjẹmùjẹ. Wọ́n sọ ní ìsìn pé Buhari ó ti wà ní UN, ó ti wà ní meeting bẹ́ẹ̀. Kó máa fojú rí ẹ̀sìn tí òun ṣe níta, kó máa fojú rí nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe níta, kó máa fojú rí gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe tí ò bá tiẹ̀ lè wò ní Nàìjíríà, at least á rí ń bẹ̀ yẹn ní ìsìn. Bákan bákan á ṣàárí. Torí àwọn bí òun ò bá rí, àwọn èèyàn tó máa rí tó máa fi wọn máa wà ń bẹ̀. Kí ojú àárí oríṣiríṣi, ojú ẹ̀ máa rí ibi gbẹ̀yìn ayé ẹ̀dẹ̀ ni, kì í ṣèpè, kì í ṣàdúrà. Nítorí pé kí ni òun tó ń pa ọmọ ọlọ́mọ tó dẹ̀ lérò pé òun máa jèrè ọmọ wọn, òun máa jèrè ọmọ tiẹ̀, kò possible lò. Nítorí nǹkan téèyàn bá gbìn lèèyàn máa ká. Kò possible kéèyàn gbé àlùbọ́sà kó hun ẹ̀fọ́, nǹkan tá a bá gbìn la máa ká. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa nílé, òun ni àwọn ẹ̀rí àwọn tí wọ́n wà níta tó ń jà bìtàbìtà fún yín, tó ń jà tí wọ́n ń sọ oríṣiríṣi. Ẹ má yẹ káà náà ṣojo. Bó jẹ́ ká máa ṣe lábẹ́lẹ̀, ká máa educate àwọn èèyàn wa, ká máa fún wọn ní awareness. Torí àwọn ẹlòmíì, àìmọye àwọn ẹlòmíì lọ tí ìmọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Bóyá nítorí pé kò sí internet, bóyá nítorí pé kò sí wọn internet náà ló ń fà á. Torí irú nǹkan tá à ń ṣe yìí, wọn ò ní ṣe lórí tẹ́lì, ẹ̀ ní gbọ́. Torí tó bá ṣe lórí tẹ́lì àbí tó ṣe níbi kankan tó sọ lórí rédíò ni, wọ́n máa tún lọ gbé ọ̀wọ́n náà ni. Àwọn ìjọba wa nìyẹn. Wọ́n máa ní wọ́n terrorist, wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ bí tí terrorist wà. Wọ́n mọ̀ wọ́n tó ń terrorize àwọn èèyàn. Àwa tí à ń ṣí àwọn èèyàn lójú tá à ń sọ pé má pa wá, ẹ má ṣoríṣiríṣi fún wa. A fẹ́ lu wa, ó ti tó gẹ́, àfẹ́ wàhálà, àbáyín ṣe mọ́. Ìjọba apákáleke àfẹ́ mọ́. Ìjọba apààyàn àṣẹ mọ́. Àwa náà lè dá dúró, àwa ló ń pè ní terrorist. So nítorí ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa nílé, bẹ́ẹ̀ bá lè bọ́ síta kẹ́ ẹ ṣe táwa ń ṣe, ẹ máa ṣe lábẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹ máa jẹ́ ká máa educate àwọn ọmọ wa, àwọn ìyá, àwọn màmá wa, àwọn bàbá wa. Ẹ máa sọ fún wọn, kẹ́ máa sọ fún wọn nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe, kẹ́ máa jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀, kẹ́ máa sọ fún wọn, ẹ máa fi hàn wọ́n. Ẹni tí ò bá ní internet, ẹ lọ fi wọn, kẹ́ gbé fún kẹ́ni, ẹ wo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀, ẹ wo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀, ẹ wo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ ṣe pamphlet, kẹ́ máa pín káàkiri fún àwọn èèyàn. Àti ìmọ̀ nǹkan tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ ní October 1st o, ṣùgbọ́n dáadáa ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Àwọn ìyá wa kan, wọ́n ti ní àwọn máa ṣe protest, wọ́n ti náà máa ṣe rally fún October 1st yẹn. Ẹ rí ìjà abiyamọ, ẹ rí ìjà àwọn obìnrin. Nítorí pé kí ni kọ́lọ́run Ẹlẹ́dàá kó ṣàánú wa nílùú Nàìjíríà yẹn ni. Àwọn èèyàn kan tiẹ̀ wọ́n tẹ́ pé wọ́n sì ń sọ wípé bóyá rọ́ ló ń pa, wọ́n fẹ́ dàlúrú ni. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ jẹ́ ká fi tó yín létí pé àwọn ará bí ìbá wọn ti yí wa ká. Àwọn tí ẹ̀ ń rí tó ń kó wọlé lógún lọ́gbọ̀n yẹn, àwọn ajagun ni o. Wọn kì í ṣe herdsman o. Wọn kì í ṣe bandit o. Àwọn ajagunta ni wọ́n ń kó wá láti ìlú Mali, láti Somalia, káàkiri tí wọ́n ń kó wọn wá. Torí kìkìdá ṣe pé wọ́n kó wọn wọlé fún election. Torí àwọn míì àsọ pé wọ́n kó wọlé fún election ni. Torí election tó fẹ́ ṣe kì í ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Àwọn ajagunta ni o. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti wà lórí ní gbogbo ìlú wa. Wọ́n ti yí wa ká ní gbogbo ìlú Yorùbá, ìlú Ìgbò, gbogbo South ni wọ́n ti yí ká. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ẹ wo ìyà tí wọ́n fi ń jẹ wá. Ẹ wo àwọn tax táwa ń rí. Èkó nìkan wọ́n ní oṣù, wọ́n ní wọ́n ń rí 38 billion lóṣù. 38 billion ní Èkó ń rí ní oṣù. gbogbo ìyá
no 46 billion ní pàápàá 46 billion ní no pàtó wọ́n dá padà fún wa 9 billion nú ẹ̀.
46 billion lóṣù wọ́n dá 9 billion fún wa ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Haúsá pátápátá bí nǹkan bí 6 billion lọ́lọ́run rí lóṣù. Ẹ wá wò wọ́n wá fún àwọn níye tó ju tiwa lọ times 2 tiwa torí pé wọ́n ní local government jù wá lọ. Àwa là ń jìyà, àwa là ń sọ táàsì, àwa la dẹ̀ ń ṣe kí ni, àwa ni wọ́n fún lówó kékeré, wọ́n á gbà ńlá, wọ́n fi fún wa ń kékeré. Rí bí ìyà ṣe ń jẹ ọmọ Yorùbá, rí bí ìyà ṣe ń jẹ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká dìde ká gbara wa sílẹ̀ lórí ìjọba ìkà yìí, ìjọba tí ò fẹ́ràn wa, ìjọba tí wọ́n ń pa wá nípakúpa, ìjọba tí wọ́n ń fi ọwọ́ ra àwọn ọmọ wọn lórí, tí wọ́n ń pè wọ́n ní bandits. They are only bandits, they are not terrorists. Àwọn tó ń pààyàn, tó ń kidnap, tí wọ́n ń rape, tí wọ́n ń ṣoríṣiríṣi fún wọn, tí wọn ò jẹ́ kí àwọn ìyá wa lọ sóko mọ́, tí wọ́n máa bà gbogbo èrè oko jẹ́, tí wọ́n máa ṣoríṣiríṣi tí wọ́n máa ṣe. Ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀, àgbẹ̀ tó bá sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n á gé, wọ́n á da dùbúlẹ̀, wọ́n á dùn lọ́rùn, ìsídàkọ́ gé lápá, ìsídàkọ́ wọ́n á ṣoríṣiríṣi fún wọn. Wọ́n á pè àwọn èèyàn, wọ́n á pè wọ́n ní bandits. Láyé ìgbà táwọn wà ní kékeré, ọ̀pá ló fi ń dẹran, ṣùgbọ́n ní ìsinyìí ìbọn ni wọ́n fi ń dẹran. A47 àbí AK47 òun ni wọ́n fi ń dẹran. Àwọn dẹran wọ́n di dáràndáràn. Síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ wọn ò rí kankan sọ sí. Àwa náà ni wọ́n máa tẹ pẹlẹ mọ́ tó máa ní nǹkan tá a ṣe ò dáa. Abẹ́ àwòrán nísìn, àwọn tíṣà ti wọ̀ on strike, àwọn doctors ti wọ̀ on strike nílùú Nàìjíríà, nígbà tó sanwó fún wọn. Gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ kó ṣe ìlú, tó yẹ kó ṣe ìlú adúláwọ̀ ní gbogbo àwọn ògo adúláwọ̀ ni wọ́n ti fọ́n jáde. Nígbà tí wọn ò bá rówó san, tí wọn ò rọmọ rán léèwé, ọmọ tó rán léèwé gan, ọmọ náà bó bá jáde léèwé kò ní síṣẹ́. Gbogbo àwọn obìnrin wọ́n dá ṣẹ́wó sí títì. Gbogbo àwọn ọkùnrin tí wọ́n ti jáde, wọ́n dọlọ́kadà. Ṣálómi ti ẹ̀rọ kọ̀dà wọ̀ ni, àbódi ẹni tó ń ta pure water ní títì. Kò tiẹ̀ lówó tó máa fi ṣọ̀kadà débi tó máa rí ọ̀kadà náà gùn. Pure water gálà ló ń tà títì. Àwọn ọkùnrin wa, àwọn tí wọ́n bá tó bá dẹ̀ títì ju tó bá fẹ́ ṣe yẹn, wọ́n á di yahoo. Wọ́n á tún mú sí yahoo, wọ́n á tún tẹ nídìí, wọ́n ní plus yahoo àbí kí ló ṣe ń pè, wọ́n á tún tẹ nídìí. Wọ́n á tún máa fi yẹn pààyàn. I'm back
here. I'm back.
Okay.
I want to interview one of our daddy here.
Okay. Go ahead.
How can we meet you, sir? What's your name?
My name is Alhaji Chief Kolawole.
I'm going. I'm about carry on.
Use my title.
Yes.
I'm Alhaji Chief Kolawole Idris Sile.
Why are you here, and what do you have to tell the world, especially I know you will pray together, even though you are Alhaji. We pray together, both Christian, Muslim, but what do you have to tell all our Muslim brothers, our Alhaji, about this Yoruba nation? Because many people are thinking it's all about religion.
Okay, thank you for that. I've done my best in the group I belong to. I happen to belong to the Yoruba community of the country. I've advertised this thing in the group. For people here, they don't see it's going to be something successful. Having the Yoruba nation is our target. We have different Yoruba groups. We have other people's groups, but we are working together. So I'm here because of INA's arrangement. INA is Nigerian Indigenous Alliance Precepts. And the team of our people together to come here is let UN know that the constitution run by Nigeria is fraud. We want this new major to to happen. And whatever has been done, people are working on it to make it come together. So we want to let the world know that genocide is what's going on in Nigeria. President Muhammad Buhari is turning a deaf ear into what is happening. He is the president, the grandparent of these bandits and terrorists. He doesn't want them to be branded as terrorists, but they are terrorists. So instead of camping on these people, he's camping on people that are agitating for self-determination. So we want the world to know people that are in detention under this DSS are just nice people that want freedom for their people. They are not terrorists. They don't kill. And those that are doing the killing, kidnapping, holding people to ransom, getting money, they are not facing them. We have the Boomies and the crew that are proud, telling us that is forefronting for this bandit. You are taking them, you are releasing them, you are putting them in the Nigerian army, and then you are surrounding the urban nation. South, you want to eliminate all of us. So you can bring your Fulani people from Niger, from Sudan, from everywhere to come to Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't belong to you. It belongs to everybody. So we are agitating for self-determination. And we hope the United Nations will help us in getting this achieved. We want the 1999 Constitution to be destroyed entirely. So we have the something major petition. Okay, so we have the petition for that. So we don't want the election to be. Because if anything happens, it's still going to be on the same 1999 Constitution. And this 1999 Constitution that you see, they come out chapter 24 of it, which is decree by the military people. So that's what they are using. They just changing the name to show us that that's what it is. And most of the things that they are doing, they say one Nigeria. It's not one Nigeria. Most of the resources they are getting from the southern states are going into the northern state for the relevant northern state. So all this killing that is going on, nobody knows about it. So this is why we want them to know Nigeria is not the same.
One advice for our Muslim Christian brothers.
Yeah, please. This is not a religious issue. It's a national issue. Whether you saw a Muslim, you should see that everybody should come. We have the third religion. If we are able to have, let's say, global nation stance, we don't want any people to talk about it. It's not the secular state. So don't see that they are Christian, they are no. We are actually
life.
Because these people really know they don't care about life. The Muslims that we are talking about, these are Muslims that are, going against the Quranic teaching. Quran doesn't say killing. They're killing and then they're happy with that. They cut up some young ones' heads and then they're saying they're Muslim. It's not like that.
So as a Muslim, are you saying you condemn their heart?
Yes, as a Muslim, that's not what Quranic Muhammad didn't preach that. He didn't kill people that are against him. That's why I said mind. Because if you kill them, who do what to do?
Thank you.
When you are killing us, who are those people that are left for us? So we don't want that. It's not a religious activity.
Thank you, Daddy. And I'm still going to see you again.
Yeah, no problem.
So what's the plan now? What's the plan now, Maba? Give us a rundown of what's going on.
Well, as Nigeria continues to work with the rules of what seems its sure demands as one political union, we welcome you all warmly to this very important milestone in the carefully programmed advancement of the objectives of the December 16, 2021 Constitutional Force Majeure proclamation of a sovereignty dispute arising from grave constitutional grievances of the constituent components of Nigeria that must now be addressed by the operators of the Nigerian state. Today, the train of leaders, consultations and engagements on the December 16, 2020 proclamation moves on from the government of Nigeria to the peoples of Nigeria, who are the true owners of the sovereignty, forcefully aggregated and federated as Nigeria. And the conference theme, activating people's powers. Let it be recalled that by the December 16, 2020 Joint Multi-Regional Constitutional Force Majeure, CFM, proclamation, a union dispute with the Federation of Nigeria, as represented by the federal government of Nigeria, was declared by the constituent components of Nigeria, cooperating under the aegis of Nigerian Indigenous Nationality Alliance for Self-Determination, that's NINAS, on account of grave constitutional grievances bordering on the unilateral imposition of unitary constitutional arrangements on Nigeria since 1999, which must be addressed forthwith, failing which the peoples of the alliance territories may have to reconsider their allegiance to the disputed 1999 Constitution. The full text of the proclamation was published as an advertorial in the Guardian newspaper of January 2020 on pages 38, 39, 40, and 41. 2. That in the said proclamation, NINAS gave the federal government of Nigeria a 90-day period of notice within which to address 5 demands. And they are: 1. To formally acknowledge the sovereignty dispute as declared by NINAS. 2. To formally commit to the wholesale decommissioning of the repudiated 1999 Constitution. 3. To formally commit to the suspension of further national elections under the disputed 1999 Constitution. D, which is number 4, to formally commit to initiating a time-bound transitioning during which a 2-stage process for the distillation of successor constitutional arrangements founded upon the self-determination rights of the constituent components of Nigeria and ratified by regional referendums will be undertaken. Number 5, to formally invite the constituent nationality components of Nigeria to work out the framework, mandates, composition, time frame, and other modalities for the said transitioning. The third point, that at the expiration of the said 90-day period of notice, no formal contact or statement was made by the federal government of Nigeria in response to the December 16, 2020 proclamation, despite frantic attempts by agents of the federal government of Nigeria to rush to the National Assembly for amendments to the fraudulent 1999 Constitution on provisions touching directly upon many of the grave constitutional grievances raised in the Union Dispute Proclamation of December 16, 2020. Suddenly and curiously, the Caliphate North, which had for decades been adamantly opposed to the countrywide consensus on the restructuring imperative for unitary Nigeria, they declared that they were now ready for restructuring, but that they would not allow power rotation, an indication that the Caliphate North is still stuck with their born-to-rule mindset and is merely trying to buy time for itself by pretending it now accepts the restructuring therapy for this terribly sick Nigeria. Number 4, that in view of the fact that the demands of the December 16, 2020, NINAS CFM were directed exclusively to the federal government of Nigeria, and considering the fact that if masters should come to the threshold of reconsideration of allegiance to the disputed 1999 Constitution as aforementioned, the first line of impact will be on the elected officials from the alliance territories, being the South and Middle Belt of Nigeria. It was determined by NINAS that consultations be extended to the elected officials from the alliance territories, particularly governors and legislatures, federal and state. Number 5, that for the purpose of this consultation, a 30-day period commencing from the midnight of 17th of March 2021 was announced by NINAS at a World Press Conference on the 17th of March 2020, being the first day after the aforementioned 90-day period of notice to the federal government of Nigeria. Number 6, that in the text of the NINAS World Press Conference statement of March 17, 2021, titled Constitutional Force Majeure, Union Dispute, and the Expiration of the 90-day Notice of Grave Constitutional Grievances. Next steps for trapped ethnic nationalities of Nigeria, ethnic nations of Nigeria. The elected officials from the alliance territories were informed that in the face of the ongoing demand of the 1999 Constitution from the consequences of the December 16, 2020 CFN, it had become necessary to take steps towards taking fuller charge of our various spaces. Accordingly, NINAS requested the elected officials to hold consultations with their own people within their various regions.
In particular, the governors of the states in the alliance territories were advised to liaise with one another, send bills to their various state houses of assembly, and work with the assemblies to pass laws by which they assume responsibility. Power and control over most of the subject matters contained in the 68 items federal exclusive legislative list of the 1999 Constitution, but by virtue of the federal government having previously confiscated all powers over those subject matters, especially powers relating to security, economic assets, infrastructure, or other subject matters. We report to you this 17th day of April 2021 that at the expiration of the aforementioned 30-day period earmarked for the said consultation, being the midnight of April 16, 2021, the NINAS Secretariat did not receive any indication that the aforementioned regional consultation had been undertaken by elected officials from the alliance territories. We further report that in what seems like a choreographed response from agents of the federal and the state governments of Nigeria to the NINAS grant opposition, attempts were made to distort, obfuscate, and even criminalize the straightforward self-determination campaign. The straightforward self-determination campaign of the agreed constituent component blocks of the distressed Federation of Nigeria in a desperate need to erect a false narrative around that campaign. Terms like division were smuggled into the debate of the media, and a section of the media, obviously in cahoots with agents of the caliphate in Nigeria, promoted this false narrative with a former presidential spokesman, Women Abati, describing the self-determination campaign as treason in a poorly scripted maneuver to lay ground for criminalizing the self-determination campaign. One of the governors even went as far as questioning the standing of the statement driving the historic Nina intervention on the grounds that they, i.e., Nina's statement, were not elected by the people, and so could not be speaking for the people ahead of the government who were elected by the people. These narrow shenanigans aimed at introducing confusion into a subject that has been very clearly articulated both within Nigeria and in the critical decision-making locations across the world, failed woefully as more and more people and groups across Nigeria step forward to embrace the diagnosis, the prescription and treatment and options offered, all by Niners. For both the terminally sick Nigeria state and Nigeria's constituent component nation currently trapped in the failed Bulgarian experiment of 1914. Where things are right now.
Once again, they're still alive.
Let it be known to all.
So just continue.
That the December 16, 2020 joint multi-regional constitutional force major, which effectively defeated the fraudulent 1999 constitution and therefore unhinged the legal basis of unitary Nigeria, in parentheses, as adduced by its chief facilitator, Professor Gaduri, is a joint jailbreak action launched by the tracked constituent components of the defunct Federation of Nigeria from the Fulani operated Caliphate prison and Union of Death that unitary Nigeria has been for the people of Alliance territory since the 1966 demise of the Federation of Nigeria. B, that having overpowered and delegitimize the monstrous 1999 Constitution and having fully activated their inalienable right to self-determination, the rest of Nigeria, South and Middle Belt, aggregated as the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, NINAS, have now abandoned the carcass of the defunct Federation of Nigeria to the Fulani Caliphate.
Please carry on, you are online.
She's still reading the statement, so just bear with us.
B, that having overpowered and delegitimize the monstrous 1999 Constitution and having fully activated their inalienable right to self-determination, the rest of Nigeria, meaning South and Middle Belt, aggregated as the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, NINAS, have now abandoned the carcass of the defunct Federation of Nigeria to the Fulani Caliphate and moved on with their sovereignty, even though forcefully hijacked and confiscated by the illicit federal government of Nigeria that emerged from the catastrophic bloody fiascos of 1966 through 1970. Towards fresh constitutional protocols as willing, compatible consequences in completed self-determination. C, that with the demise of the 1999 Constitution and the unending killings and invasion of heavily armed Fulani militia, masquerading themselves as headmen and bandits, that progressively exposed
Apologies, it's a bit windy over there, but they're trying to read an entire statement for us all. Okay, I think
ending an invasion of heavily armed Fulani militia that are masquerading variously as herdsmen and bandits and bandits in circumstances that progressively expose the open collusion of the Fulani-controlled federal government of Nigeria with the murderous invaders. It has become imperative for the people of Nigeria who are now faced with the dark existential threat represented by this invasion to brace up and assume full responsibility for their own safety, their own defense from armed invaders, their own economic assets, and their own future, not as individuals or small community groups, but as de facto government and governments in all ramifications adequate to meet the challenges of the aforementioned existential threats. NINES offers the framework for activating this de facto governance imperative, which begins with providing clear direction to our traumatized people and relating to the international community on their behalf. That in the face of the self-preservation steps being taken by the peoples of Nigeria to take down, dismantle, decommission, the caliphate imposition, the caliphate imposed 1999 constitution, the voyage to 2023 general election being plotted under the repudiated 1999 constitution by agents of the caliphate assumes a place of strategic and extraordinary importance, considering the direct nexus between that election and the preservation of the defeated 1999 constitution. Leaders knows and hereby alerts the peoples of the Alliance territories that the mad rush of the caliphate and its agents across Nigeria to drag Nigeria to another round of national election under the 1999 constitution is informed by the caliphate's desperation to somehow resuscitate that constitution in the sense that if instead of taking down the 1999 constitution forthwith, which is well within our reach right now with the constitutional force control, the Alliance, go for election under that constitution, we will invariably give of life constitution. Whereas if we press on as we are already doing right now by rejecting further any national election, that is 2023 in particular, under the 1999 constitution, that constitution will be dismantled, decommissioned, and jettisoned inside the first half of 2021, paving the way immediately for transition, referendums, and the emergence of successor constitutional. It is in this regard that NINES is now informing the political merchants of the South and Middle Belt across all the political parties in Nigeria that any decision by them or their political parties for another round of national election in 2020 will be interpreted as a clear-minded choice to help the enemy preserve the 1999 Constitution, and this will mean sabotaging the self-redemption initiative of the own people, the alliance. Nina strongly advocates the political parties and political merchants in the alliance territory not to put themselves on a head-on collision with the peoples of the territories in their quest for self-preservation via self-determination. And going forward, since the 2 tiers of government in Nigeria have abandoned the populace to their fate, Nina's action train now moves to the people, having allotted a total of 120 days to the 2 tiers of government in Nigeria, that is 90 days and 30 days, to federal and state governments respectively, for consultation and engagement with the issue raised by the Nina's constitutional force majeure proclamation of December 16, 2020, and for the same reasons stated in paragraph 5 above regarding the foreseeability, immediate impact of the consideration of alliance to the distressed 1999 Constitution on persons to whom the demands of the December 16, 2020 were not addressed. The Nina strain of consultations and engagement will today, April 17, 2020, move on to the people of Nigeria. Especially in the alliance territories, who collectively own the sovereignty, forcefully consolidated and hijacked by the Nigerian state via instrumentality of the imposed and fraudulent constitutional amendments of 1999. Accordingly, Nina hereby declares a 120-day period of consultation commencing today, April 17, 2021, with the peoples of the Alliance territories, with dedicated sessions for various segments of the Nigerian society, the diplomatic community, and the international community. In this period, all segments of the Nigerian society in the Alliance territories shall be consulted and engaged with the Nina's propositions as outlined in the December 16, 2020 Constitutional Force Majeure and proclamation. And this will include grassroots organizations, young people, youth organizations, political parties, the media, church networks, regional socio-cultural and socio-political organizations, organized private sector, farmers' unions, traders' associations, trade unions, ASU, NUPEC, artisan unions, non-government organizations, organized labor, marketmen and women associations, students and students unions, the Nigerian Bar Association, the Nigerian Medical Association, and such other professional groups. The Nigerian diaspora, especially those from the Alliance territories and other professional groups, the Nigerian, the manufacturers associations, transport unions, including motorcycles and bicycle riders, and all other identifiable segments of society that may not have been listed here. Also identifiable statesmen, and notable community leaders, including traditional rulers. A schedule of engagement with these segments of society listed herein before shall be released to the public in the form of book weekly bulletins by NENA's secretariat. This consultation shall mostly take the form of town halls, mass dissemination of flyers and pamphlets, audiovisual, street evangelism and consultation. The town hall meeting shall be virtual in some instances, considering the limitations currently imposed on the global community by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Nigerian diaspora community, especially those from the Alliance territories, are hereby mandated to organize town halls in their countries of residence to discuss and disseminate CFM-related information, just as it is done in Nigeria. As a part of the engagement in the 120-day period, leaders request all organizations and individuals who agree with the objectives of December 16, 2020 Constitutional Force Majeure Proclamation to declare their support loudly in public, so that the task of enlightening, rallying, and mobilizing the populace to self-determination may be expedited. It is in the context that NINAS wishes to acknowledge and hail the bold example of Pastor Paul Adefarasi of the House of Rock Church in identifying the foundation of Nigeria's complex problems to be Nigeria's constitution, describing Nigeria as a scam and as a fraud. Also rejecting further access to power, that is national elections, under the toxic 1999 constitution. Leaders challenges other men and women of God in Nigeria to speak up as loudly and clearly as Pastor Paul Adefarasi has done on this raging question of the union dispute. Silence will be interpreted as support for the forces of darkness and retrogression that imposes and maintains the atrocious unitary constitution on the federal union. Even in the midst of escalating insecurity, existential threats, excruciating poverty, and hopelessness, the purpose of this consultation is to fully acquaint the populace with the true nature of the problem confronting Nigerians and Nigeria, with a view to rallying and mobilizing that populace towards peaceful mechanisms for resolving the long-standing national question of Nigeria, including referendums and plebiscites as against the rapidly increasing towards self-help. Let it be known that upon the completion of consultation mid-August 2020, should the demands of the CFM remain unaddressed, leaders shall proceed most expeditiously with the activation of the Constitution of Allegiance to the repudiated 1999 Constitution and commence processes of the orderly internet retirement of that Constitution within the context of the self-determination imperative for the constituent nationalities component of Nigeria.
In continuation of Mama
international community. Let it be clearly understood that from this 17th day of April 2021, the 5-point demand contained in the December 16th, 2020 regional constitutional proclamation of leaders shall operate as the 5-point agenda of the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, which means that if or without the participation of the two tiers of government in Nigeria, federal and state, the objectives of each of those 5 points of demand shall be vigorously pursued on a transcendental basis by the peoples of Nigeria under the guidance of leaders until fully realized. In closing, let it be known to all that by the event of today, leaders has activated God us people's power in the difficult debates and dialogues emanating from the Constitutional First Nigeria Proclamation of December 18, 2020, which is essentially a machinery of the peoples of Nigeria to peacefully ease out of the unworkable imposed unitary constitution of Nigeria 1999 and to distill successful constitutional arrangements anchored upon the unfettered self-determination rights of the constituent components of Nigeria. As we speak, the Yoruba already gathered at the historic Mapol in the great city of Ibadan, the national capital of the Yoruba in the disputed Nigerian Union, holding the kind of rally that will progressively characterize the leaders' consultations with the peoples of Nigeria. Finally, as a general response to the deluge of inquiries from the public regarding what the mission and makeup of DINAS is, permit us to clarify as follows. DINAS is short for Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination. DINAS is a self-determination movement backed as alliance of the self-determination initiatives across the 3 alliance territory blocks of the Lower Niger, the Middle Belt, and Yoruba land. The main task of leaders is to lead the dismantling of the fraudulent 1999 Constitution to end the unworkable unitary union it points and to champion the processes of self-determination by which sovereignty is restored to the constituent regions of the alliance. This dismantling, which automatically frees up the hijacked sovereignties of the trapped constituent components of Nigeria, is being driven in a manner that will precipitate an orderly transitional arrangement that will midwife the emergence of successor constitutional protocols and call strictly upon the self-determination rights of the constituent components of the defunct Federation of Nigeria, aggregated informations of their choice to be ratified by regional referendum and cul-de-sacs. While leaders shepherds the task of dismantling the 1999 Constitution, the constituent regional organizations initiatives will, under the guidance of leaders, midwife the emergence of cohesive regional charters constitutions that will form the basis of UNSC mandated self-determination referendums to terminating the failed Hungarian experiment of 1914. Thank you for your audience. By Professor Bandi Akitoye, Chairman, Minas, April 17, 2021. My name is Barrister Dr. Janet Bashaki from New York here. Thank you.
Referendum!
Referendum! Referendum! Three coasters to our mother!
Costa! 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 Costa!
Okay, 3 more coasters for our mom!
Costa! Costa!
3 coasters to our sister!
Costa! Costa!
Costa!
For yourself too.
Drink cul-de-sac for myself.
Yes, now.
Thank you. At this point, we take
Hello, Reverend.
Nah.
Hello, we're going to give 3 cul-de-sac, 3 killers, 3 sisters. Obviously, they don't know how to do this. You go, 3 cul-de-sac.
Please give me a moment. I have an interview with one of our media agitator from New York, Yoruba Week. So stay tuned, please.
And that was Baba right there. Alagba Ijinle. Alagba Baba Ijinle Shewambe. I don't want to talk. Alagba Lamid Shewambe. I don't know if you guys were there. If anybody is there, okay, that's just me. Then I'm gonna just get myself back out here so we can. I'm back here. We're back in. Let me. Omaba will be back with us soon. She is doing 1 or 2 things. I want to thank you all for joining us for this long. We appreciate it. I want to thank you for joining us this long. Baba Rukbori, I don't know if anybody wants to have a chat. If you do, just let us know. But we're trying to do 1 or 2 things to make things, come out and be effective and clear. Mo lérò pé gbogbo wa ti wo n tó ń lọ àti ń bá ètò yẹn àti ń tẹ̀lé ètò yẹn bó ṣe ń lọ. Adema máa padà wá pẹ̀lú àwọn èrò púpọ̀ ní wákàtí méjì síwájú, so ẹ máa retí ìyẹn ẹ máa retí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀. So n tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé a máa tún padà wá tó bá ṣe díẹ̀. So mo fẹ́ dá dúró báyìí bóyá ká mú wá sí ìbànú, so ẹ ṣeun. Wọ́n ti padà bọ̀ nìyẹn, wọ́n ti padà wọlé nìyẹn. Ọmọ bá ṣe ti dé, ṣe fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Amen. Thank you. No, mo ti ń wòye. Okay, alàgbà Ijinle, ẹ ṣe lè bá wa sọ 1 or 2 things. Ẹ bá wa sọ gbọ́dọ̀ nǹkan àbí méjì.
All right. Kò sí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ náà lọ rẹpẹtẹ ju pé ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn ènìyàn wa tí wọ́n ti dìde lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Oko nìbọn ró. Oníbí náà bá tán lórí ẹ̀jẹ̀ tán lè kan náà. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ wà l'Amẹ́ríkà, ẹ dìde, ẹ túyàyà. Kò tí ì tó àwọn tí wọ́n jáde yóò tó nǹkan kan rárá nínú àwọn èèyàn wa. Ṣùgbọ́n pàpà síbẹ̀ náà a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n jáde
gidi
tó gbìyànjú tó fi àsìkò wọn sílẹ̀ tí wọ́n jáde tó lọ ṣe rálẹ̀ a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn torí ọkùnrin tó ń sun rárá fọkùnrin ẹgbẹ́ àkọ́ṣẹ́ ló ń ṣe ẹ̀wọ̀n nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nigeria Embassy lẹ́ẹ̀kan tó ti mú fọ́tò kámẹ́rà tó ń ya pictures wọn so ṣùgbọ́n a lè ṣe ká má rírú ẹ̀ o irú ẹ̀ máa wáyé ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ máa fún wa ṣe mo dẹ̀ tún fẹ́ fi àsìkò tún dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín bàbá wa AY fún àsìkò ẹmọ wákàtí tẹ́ ti wà lórí ìjókòó tẹ́ ń transmit tẹ́ ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ kò easy ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá máa bá wa fi àdúrà kẹ́ máa fi ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ àti gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n jà fún òmìnira ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí kí Ọlọ́run kó jọ kó má jẹ́ ká ṣe lásán mo mọ̀ pé àní ṣe lásán láìpẹ́ láìjìnà àmọ́ délẹ̀ lérí ẹ ṣé gan má jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ jù.
No, ẹni sọ̀rọ̀ tán ẹ má rẹ̀ sọ kò sí àsọjù náà ọ̀rọ̀ yìí gbogbo wa náà ló kàn ẹ ṣeun wa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin náà gbogbo wa ìjàngbara gbogbo wa àǹfààní gbogbo wa là ń jà fún lápapọ̀ tó bá ti yé gbogbo wa bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wọ́n ní àbùṣebùṣe tẹ́ bá ti tọ́rọ̀ yẹn bá ti yé gbogbo wa so ó dáa ó ti nínú tiẹ̀ dùn gbogbo wa báyìí àjọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbogbo kìíní àjọ ń ṣe gbogbo kìíní yìí ni
àdẹjọ máa parí ẹ̀ ní lágbára Ọlọ́run
àmì àṣẹ àdílẹ̀ lẹ́yìn lápapọ̀ wọn ò ní fẹ́ ní kankan wa nínú wa ṣe àwátì nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí nígbà tá a bá gba òmìnira a máa débẹ̀ lápapọ̀ wa báyìí ní láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àṣẹ ti gùn àṣẹ wà ẹ ṣeun gan ni ẹ jẹ́ kí a gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn bàbá wa mímọ̀ tí àwọn bàbá wa àròpọ̀ ìwé tó máa lè sọ gbólóhùn kan àbí méjì torí a ṣì ń wò ó sí nílẹ̀ pé wọ́n fẹ́ gba ọmọ àsinmi fún wákàtí kan àbí méjì wọ́n máa tún padà wá so bóyá ká kásẹ̀ ètò nílẹ̀ ká tún wá padà wá bóyá nǹkan tá a máa ṣe nìyẹn so àdẹ̀ tún fi sínú ilé ìyẹn náà ní bá ṣe lè máa lò ilé ìta lò yẹn náà ni so a kàn wọlé sí so but ẹ jẹ́ ká máa wo bó ṣe ń lọ alàgbà àròpọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ fẹ́ sọ gbólóhùn kan àbí méjì alàgbà Lamid ṣe ní nǹkan kan tẹ́ fẹ́ fi kún ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe ní gallery báyìí náà ṣe báyìí alàgbà Lamid ṣe ní nǹkan kan tẹ́ fẹ́ fi kún ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò rò pé wọ́n fẹ́ sọ nǹkan kan okay all right n tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ẹ jẹ́ ká mú wá sí òpin a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ká tó lọ a gbọ́dọ̀ gbàgbé orin ìbílẹ̀ torí ẹ mọ̀ orin yẹn ṣe pàtàkì referendum la fẹ́ o referendum gidi gan ni ààrẹ gbọ́dọ̀ kò ní sú wa kò ní rẹ̀ wá o ó ti ṣe é ṣe fún wa àṣírí wọn ti tú wọn ò rí ibi sá sí mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ ṣeun adúpẹ́ olórí odidi àwọn odidi wọ́n kì wá ń bẹ̀ yẹn àwọn kan ní pé ká máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àgọ́ pé wọ́n rí lè inú wọn dùn fún iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣe takuntakun lápapọ̀ wa so ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré ṣe kákọ orin ìbílẹ̀ ká tó kẹ́sẹ̀ tó lẹ̀ àtún wá padà wá wọ́n bá ti ṣetán àti padà wá fẹ́ má bínú ó ti rẹ bọ́dì díẹ̀ so lè kọ́ mo fẹ́ ṣe láì ẹ̀rọ lè mo fẹ́ ṣe ẹ má bínú o. Okay.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí a kọ́.
tó a tún máa rí yín náà kó nígbà ó kù díẹ̀ tó bá ṣe wákàtí kan àti méjì á padà wá ṣùgbọ́n ó ṣe wá gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kò ní sí wa kò ní rẹ̀ wá ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀síwájú. ó yá ilé àgbẹ̀ rin.
Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wá fún orílẹ̀ ìdí wa kàgbéga fáyé rí ìgbàgbọ́ wa ní pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa tẹ̀síwájú fọ́pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀.
tó ẹ ṣeun gan ni ó dìgbà kan náà àtúmọ̀rí yín bá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àgbà òmìnira yìí lápapọ̀ wa ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀.